What's up, everybody? It's your man Shanime back with that One Piece chapter 1046 review. Sorry for the late upload. I had some stuff going on. I wanted to get it knocked out, but I am here for that One Piece OG greatness, and we are here to get this going in. Yeah, 1046 titled Rizo. It's going to have a little bit of a pivot from the back and forth action we've been seeing between Luffy and Kaido, and potentially all the other great stuff that's going to happen. And it's going to focus more so on what's happening with the fire, Rizo, and his moment of glory, because we all know how locked in combat he was with my man not too long ago, stalemated, standing there, for the last couple of chapters. So now this is his opportunity to really elevate, right? He's going to have a big pivotal point in this chapter, and then it's going to be, a good little session, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go right into it. It starts off with Luffy on the top of the rooftop of Onigashima, still bouncing, everything is rubberized, talking about, what should I name that last attack where he slingshot knocked Kaido's jaw clean off his face, and Kaido's just sitting there thinking, just tell me one thing, who are you? Who am I dealing with right now? And Luffy looks at him thinking like, what do you mean? I'm that guy, I'm that boy, I'm that man. No, realistically though, that would be wrong. But Luffy responds with typical Luffy fashion. I'm Monkey D. Luffy, gonna be king of the pirates, the man who's gonna knock you out. And I was like, hey man, well said. And prior to that moment happening, we have a cool little segment of Zanisha reminiscing on Joy Boy, hearing the heartbeat, doom-da-da, and thinking, man, this takes me back. Joy Boy, is this you? And then he's just like, you know what? We can really believe in this kid. This is exhilarating. I think this kid is someone we should put our faith into. It's saying that, he has the same fruit that, someone who used to be their Joy Boy had back in the day. And he's like, every time I heard this, it was always something coming up. And I trust in that sound now. So after that happens and Luffy runs his mouth, talks that big boy talk, Kaido's just like, all right, you finally awakened. I can dig it. Your powers are OP though. Your powers are ridiculous. And I want to see what you're about. Kaido talks about how, this war, he's lost his men, he's lost his castle, everything he's built. And he's like, I'm sure you're feeling the same way. We're putting it all on the line, knockout, drag out, brawl. In which case then Luffy and Kaido get into a nice little exchange. Kaido hits him with the Condori meteor shower, and Luffy's just here eating it as well, just taking it in the face. But you see his body is rubberized, so he's just taking it all. It's bouncing off of him, repelling, but he's still taking some damage because Kaido's gonna conquer Haki, coat it, and do some significant damage. So it's going back and forth, and Luffy's throwing back a couple of just, it looks like Gum Gatling gun-esque ability attacks, but it's unnamed, so we have no idea. That's happening. And then the fire that was initially started is starting to spread to the rooftop. Kaido and Luffy both notice it, and they're talking about how it's hard to breathe, they're gonna catch on fire soon, so on and so forth. But Luffy, typical Luffy fashion, says, hey man, I left the rest up to my boys downstairs. My crew's got it, I trust them. All I need to worry about is displaying these hands on full for you to consume. And he proceeds to charge in, handling his work. Kaido responds back with a devastating gust attack. Luffy, in typical Gear 5 cartoon, lifts up his groin, and it just goes underneath. And I'm like, all right, my man is really out here on his Acme hype. This is wild. And then now the chapter goes into the live floor interior dome. We're seeing the fire. It's spreading. Chopper and Nami are kind of talking. They're saying they can't find Zoro, they can't find Sanji, they can't find the rest of the crew, and they're really just spazzing out as this fire continues to spread. And they're thinking, how can we reach them? It's a giant fireplace, Onigashima. It's super unlikely that we can get in here and really make any significant grounds and find them. So they're thinking like, we don't know what to do. Nami asks, or Chopper asks for Zeus to do some work, seeing how he's a thundercloud, and Zeus says, look, the fire's too hot, it's too big, I'm gonna be cooked up. Your man's not gonna be too hot out here in these streets putting in this work. It's not happening. So that segment passes, we get to the basement interior where you got a lot of these other groups showing them escaping, whether it's my man Trafalgar Law's team running around, or a couple of leftover pirates just trying to escape from the fireplace. And then we're seeing different segments as this is happening. We see Brooke and Nico Robin trying to escape. We see Sanji dealing with a couple of what I can assume the geishas or just women in general trying to escape, find a way out. And they're all dealing with the same thing in the fire. We have Appo for a moment trying to talk to the big numbers guy and convince him to knock the wall down. And he's getting pissed off. He's like, man, we're going to be a couple of roasted guys if you don't put that big body to work. And they're going back and forth. The big guy's annoyed. And he's like, you know, what's up then? And Appo's like, we can fight right now if you want to, which is a little counterproductive considering the fact that y'all about to be cooked on fire and roasted. So maybe we can put that on pause, come back to it later. I'm just saying. So everyone's frustrated. Clearly, the fire. Usopp comes in, tries to do an Usopp shooting star attack thing. Nothing happens. It's like squirt gun, water attack, and nothing happens. It's just a waste of time. And they're all like, hey, this isn't working. In which case then Usopp's just like, look, I got to do something. I made a promise to Izo. I got to save Kinemon, Kiku, myself, everyone, and the guy he came with, I forgot the dude's name, the freaking giraffe with the dude who's tied to the neck is just like, hey fam, what about me? Am I just here? And Usopp's just like, hey player, we'll talk to you later. And then we get to the right brain tower where we have my man, Frankie Super, just running around trying to get people out as well. He's trying to find the rest of them, Chopper and Zoro. And essentially this chapter is just us seeing, this segment is just us seeing what the entire group of individuals are doing, whether it's the pirates or our crew members or just regular individuals within the tower, how they're trying to escape this fire. And then we get to the big cum laude of the chapter, which is Raizo and my man Jinbei, right? My man had his name on the chapter. You know he's got to come in. And what this comes down to is now Raizo is saying, you know, ever since he was caught in that section where Toki-sama had got burned down in the castle before they got sent back in the past, he always thought about, you know what, I don't ever want to be in a situation like that. And he remembered how Zanisha would shoot and bathe itself with the waters that would then go over Zoe, in which case he showed that he was going to use one of his Nimpo scrolls to absorb gallons and gallons of seawater. Well played, my guy. Well played. To just have for this circumstance, not this in particular, but just any circumstance where he might need gallons of seawater at any point, which would be actually pretty beneficial if he was ever fighting a fruit user. He's gonna be like, joke's on you, and seawater no jutsu, done, you know? And he had that all planned out, so he fires it off, and seeing how Jinbei is like, yo man, I speak aqua, I'm a man of the sea, I'm a connoisseur of the liquid, come at me, my guy. He fires it at Jinbei. Jinbei uses his karate fishman technique, shoulder throw, and he's essentially controlling the water, firing it through all of Onigashima as he's essentially dousing the rest of the flames that we have seen scorching the entirety of the location. And he's just going through floor for floor. Raizo is still pumping out gallons and gallons of it. And then we have a segment where we get to Killer, who's just like, look, let me go, I got it. And his teammate and his crew is like, look, we got you, my man. You put in work this whole time. You fought the Yonkos, you took out a supernova, you can relax, let us take care of you. And Killer's like, you know what, say less, I respect it, my guys. Onward, and let's get going. And they're just like, wait, what's going on? Why is everything shaking? And then boom. Water is slapping through all the pillars. It's coming straight through, crashing through, dousing all the flames. And Killer's kind of like, whoa, holy crap, what's going on here? How that we're saved, cool. And it's just putting in work. And then as that segment starts to take care of itself, we get to the rooftop, or we get, not to the rooftop, we get to the sections underneath where Onigashima is being held up by the storm clouds that Kaido was making. And it's between Momonosuke and Yamamoto where the storm clouds are starting to dissipate and it's starting to go down. And now we're like, oh, this was expected to happen. Kaido's losing control of the storm clouds that he used to have to keep Onigashima afloat. And now, my man's gonna have to really step up. My man Momonosuke is gonna have to really step in. And then we have Yamamoto grabbing his nose, talking about quit being a little punk, man. You gotta step up. We need you to do this. And you know, typical One Piece fashion, they're all like, yeah, thrown off. He's like, I don't believe it. I don't think I can do it. And then it ends with this amazing spread of what I'm about to say is Thor Luffy holding a lightning bolt. And with the words, Onigashima's about to fall, the last words that Yamamoto utters to Momonosuke, signifying that, hey, it's your time to step up. I need you to step up to the plate right now because Kaido's losing his power, which is a good thing, but a bad thing in this moment because we're all falling literally from the sky. And if we plummet, one of two things can happen. We can all crash and burn and blow up, or we can land right on top of everyone, and that's a no-go as well. And so that's what the next chapter, I'm assuming, is going to be. But unfortunately, it's on break because all good things have to have a moment to breathe, because otherwise this will be too epic. Ichiro Odo's been in his bag for quite some time, so we need the man to recover and come back correct so he can give us his best. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? So with that being said, it ends with that amazing cover spread of my man Luffy holding the Thunderbolt, staring down at Kaido, and they're both smiling. And again, Kaido, my man, he has been distributing hands, taking hands, and he's still the man. When in doubt, bet on Kaido. Thank you very much, everybody. This was a quick review of chapter 1046 of One Piece. You know the vibes. Life, liberty, love. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified on any and all of the chapters that I'll be uploading. I'm going to be starting working on other chapters as well, so stay tuned with that. And you know the vibes. We gone. It's your man Shanime. We out.
Rocking alone up in the city nights. Yeah. Whipping and dipping, I just need a new way. Call on your phone, girl, I'ma need you right here. Back in my feelings, but it's really too late. Oh.